Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts. It's Sunday. You know what that means? Of course it means here continuing the journey of Ben 10 Reboot. This is Season 1, Episode 11 and 12, obviously covering 2 episodes per video as we've been doing every single week. And I'm excited to jump in to see what happens. I'm still thinking about Episode 10 of last week's double episode feature because that was the one with Adrenaland, but it was more so about Ben sleeping, and then his watch gets activated. He becomes Accelerate. Gwen's along for the ride, and he's sleepwalking, running. Eventually, he's now transforming into different aliens, like alien jumping. And it was just a really interesting concept, because at one point, we actually see like he's in the Omnitrix or something. He's sleeping, and you see the silhouettes of the different aliens just kind of circling him. And then the way he's just morphing and transforming into different aliens as he's still sleeping. And it's just like, this is very fascinating. Just the concept that he was able to do this without realizing he was doing it. And Gwen even says, Ben, you were sleeping and you were transforming different aliens. And he's like, Gwen, you need a nap. Like, he was like, what are you talking about? You need a nap, clearly, because what do you mean? So it makes me wonder, can Ben actually do this when he's awake? Can he? Because we see within Ben 10,000 in the classic, I think he still hits the watch, I think, but he was just at a point at that time when, you know, our younger Ben and Gwen went to the future, that Ben 10,000 was just at a point where he was just transforming to aliens. He wasn't even Ben anymore. He was just different aliens, just kept transforming. So, can Ben learn this when he's awake? I don't know, but it was pretty fun to watch regardless. And look, Reboot is not doing as well on the channel as obviously Omniverse was doing or any of the other Ben 10 shows. And I understand that. A lot of you guys have been saying, you know, for a long time never to cover Reboot. And I knew going in it wasn't going to be received well. And I do apologize to the people that are like annoyed that I'm covering the show. I'm still finding enjoyment out of it. I am. And I'm curious to see what they do. And I haven't hit a wall of like, okay, I'm done watching. Like, it's what is what it is. I think I'm going to continue with it, obviously, and see, you know, if it improves, because we're kind of in that area where it's not like amazing, but I'm finding some enjoyment out of each episode, so that's a positive. But I'm hoping for some better stuff, so we'll see. But as of right now, we're going to continue on the journey, and obviously there'll be other Ben 10 content on the channel. It's just I'm just trying to balance a lot of shit, and there's shows and all this stuff coming out, so it's just a lot. So I do apologize for not as much Ben 10 content like I've been saying, but I am going to be covering more Ben 10 content. So anyways, let's dive in, guys. Let's check out episode 11 and 12. Let's go. That title. The bear. What
Despite
the hell?
our ability to repress all emotions,
Do you want to play?
The logical response is to begin our mission earlier than scheduled. Clear the area of all wildlife.
Grandpa, we finished the tent. What's next?
How
How long is it supposed to take to start a fire anyway?
Yeah, exactly.
My record is 4 hours.
My record is 4 milliseconds. Oh man, the watch keeps spritzing out. It's been losing its charge super quick. NC snore! This is the 21st century, Gwen. Technology has solved the patience problem.
New record, 3 hours,
3
47 minutes.
Oh,
I'm still counting that.
I'm so
Phase
confused.
1, in effect.
Soon after, the rest of the universe shall tremble at the
That bear.
mention of the Weatherheads.
The Weatherheads. 4, 5, Ben! Is that a new alien? Or is this what happens when you tweak your watch?
Oh my god!
This is awkward. These guys
What the
even
hell,
with
dude?
one forearm. Hey,
What are these guys doing?
Did any of you forecast a big arm beatdown today?
This is when a person with feelings would be panicking.
Instead, we will implement phase 2. Land's sakes, what is that?
It's
Fooling
Ben.
around with the watch again, Ben?
No. Well, yeah.
It looks to
Oh
be in
my
some
god.
sort of reboot
This
mode.
is bad.
Better not use it again until it's finished its repair cycle.
The bear's with them.
Love this thing. Hey, campers! The heck is that thing?
From the
what is
Weatherheads.
it like? Hey, cumulo nitwits! Go take a hike!
Took a hike.
A woodland walk would not further our stated objective.
What the hell?
Didn't see that plot twister. You did not just say that. You heard what Grandpa Max said.
Don't do it. I want to see another mix. What is their goal exactly? I don't understand.
Hold on to your guacamole, kids.
Of course. Why are they sending a tornado after them? So short. Was that Hex on a broom?
Think I...
Oh my god.
Something in my nose? Not that I really care.
Holy
I'm
shit.
gonna go ahead with this alien.
Oh my god.
You did not just say that. Here's a weather report for you.
Weather report.
With a chance of this.
Cannot keep.
They're laughing.
In check.
He's trying.
Storm goes up into space? This is what they meant when they said cosmic cyclone. What's your problem with emotions anyway?
Exactly.
Emotions are inefficient.
Inefficient?
Nice. Good job.
Weak? Unpredictable.
Stop. Focus.
He's swimming.
It would really stink if some annoyingly logical robots tried to end me right now.
Ah.
Oops. Did not
Oops.
see that one coming.
We will meet again one day, human.
Will we?
Not heard the last of the Weatherheads.
Huh?
I guess the storm has passed.
Yes. Oh, whoops.
I've got bigger things on my mind right now. Those weather dudes, they were up to something big.
Yeah.
I mean, way up. Just got me wondering, what if the real storm is still coming?
Clocktopus?
Well, can't stop the march of progress, but at least I can let you guys experience the local delicacies
Where's
one
Ben?
last time. Wait, it's ice cream, Squid City style,
Ice
I like
cream.
ice cream.
made with squid ink.
Squid ink.
He's scared about squids? Is that that's a new thing, is it?
I thought you were gonna chicken out.
Mm.
Cannibal, seriously?
Lay down your money or keep moving.
Looks like they got the last ones. Sorry, mate.
Flee before my mighty beast.
Looks like we get to start building the laser tag part.
You are obliterating
Uh-oh.
the peer's storied history for laser tag. My problem is the future. And my
future?
solution
Who's this
is
dude?
The past. It's the most important part of
The
play.
bullies!
I love plays.
Damn. At least no one's gonna get hurt.
Hero time?
That's squid.
Here we go. Yes.
Wait, did I just say squid? Are you fast enough to escape the power of the past?
Oh, of course. Okay.
I doubt it. Steam Smythe! There's a dude in that squid? I am
Of course
a
there's a dude in there.
Not a
Gentleman.
dude. And you will all begin to share my
They're just standing around.
appreciation of the past. Simple pool of...
It's not working.
Come on with it.
Just throwing.
A true gentleman provides redress when he has slighted another.
You dare question my manners, sir?
We challenge you to a duel.
I've already vanquished the both of you. Duel, eh?
A duel.
Betwixt
Yes.
the greatness of Steam Smythe am the cat's pajamas.
What?
Cat's
Secondly,
pajamas?
Your champion has until noon to prepare.
Everybody out!
Fight the skill. Say it.
Say your line.
Say your line, Ben.
My line.
No, no. Oh.
The embarrassment. It ruined the school
It's
play.
ruined him.
Ben, I know that day was traumatic for you. We need to do is to make sure those lessons we carry with us help us move forward.
What say you, my good man?
What say you?
Shall we rumble?
Fights off!
Oh, come on! What a round!
Uh,
That is the last gar you will get out of me.
I'm no lady. I'm a girl. And
I'm a
that's
girl.
3 God.
Okay, people are saved.
what is he doing?
My generation created Titanics. Hindenburgs.
Titanic,
What is
ooh.
yours made? Fast food mini malls.
It's time to start making new memories, Ben.
Yes.
Good ones.
Good ones. Grandpa Max is right. Oh, yeah. And family. I have plenty.
Oh,
to fight
no.
for.
Fast and Furious.
Do we have 4
Arms versus 7 arms?
Mm.
It's not very gentlemanly.
I'll show you. Come on.
It's not working.
Kids these days, absolutely
Kids
no
these days.
attention span whatsoever. The exhaust pipes are filling with water.
Uh-oh.
Rat, how could I have gotten so careless?
The important thing is that you stood up to your fear. And you
Yes,
faced it.
important.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
And there you guys have it, episodes 11 and 12 of Ben 10 Reboot. And overall, these episodes were actually pretty decent. The first episode, which we'll talk about obviously first with the Weatherheads, a little strange, but thankfully they introduced the concept of the episode where the Watch was freaking out, acting kind of strange. And we got to see this crazy amalgamation of Ben, but we'll talk about more of that in a second. But overall, I enjoyed the 2 episodes, and we have some things to talk about for sure. Do have the voice cast pulled up from the second episode, because obviously it'll take a little bit for me to get to that episode, but I want to make sure I remember the character Steam Smite, a brand new villain we've not seen before until this episode 12. So, starting with the first one with the Weatherheads camping, I like the running gag of the bear, just like being there. Like at first when the camera, but the image is moving and you see a bear like at the bottom of a tree, there's a kid in the tree and the bear's just staring at the kid. Kind of funny. The bear is in the actual like tent with a bunch of people when the weather's going crazy, when these Weatherheads, these guys in suits become robots, show up, and just the bear just being an ongoing running gag was pretty funny. Now, the Weatherheads as a whole, odd but kind of amusing villains. They really weren't doing too much. They were just kind of there just to cause a nuisance and keep referring to the fact they don't have emotions, but they technically do, because they start laughing at Ben's crazy amalgamation of all of his aliens and everything, and his like little head on top of this gigantic body with all this different craziness of aliens and everything. Just that weird amalgamation design. It's basically like Ben's version of Kevin's amalgamations he's had over the course, because he's had a couple of those amalgamation alien designs that are iconic for, you know, various of reasons. So it was a version of that in a sense, but Ben's like normal head with like, I think stink flies, whatever, like antennas. So that was pretty funny. So the Weatherheads, like I said, overall, like they're whatever, like they were a means to an end. They were just a way just to kind of be a nuisance in the episode. But it's the thing that was said at the end that Ben said that I thought was very poignant and interesting. He's like, I don't know really what they were doing, but I wonder if the real storm is actually coming, like the real threat. And I think that's possibly hinting at Vilgax. Maybe that's what they were implying, because when it zoomed out, it showed the entirety of the planet Earth, but then there was nothing else after that. But I'm wondering if that was a way of them hinting that there's things still to come that we've not seen yet. And Ben's like, well, I wonder. Like, they really didn't do too much, but like, what could this mean? So I thought that was very interesting for him to address that, because a thing that was really not a prominent thing, but a thing that I always found fascinating about the Ben 10 classic original show, Ben, obviously, at the end of the day, he's still a 10-year-old kid. And he is juvenile in a sense. He's got a lot of different like moods, and his personality is kind of all over the place, but that's typical with a 10-year-old boy. Now given this basically god like kind of like tech that is just so out there, he doesn't understand any of this. His grandpa kind of hinting and implying he knows stuff, then he of course later on reveals his true past and everything, but still the idea of like a 10-year-old kid getting the watch is a pretty insane thing. But then there would be times where Ben, as this 10-year-old kid, would have very deep and very big emotional moments that were really like adult. Like he started thinking like, well, wait a minute. What does this mean? Like when he realized the connection, what Vilgax was actually after, the Omnitrix, finding out about his grandfather being a plumber, he started to have a bigger picture and a different viewpoint, and sometimes would pull back and think logically and think outside of how he normally would act. I mean, I always even go back to, because it was Ultimate Alien, when we had young Ben show up and he's on their version of the Rust Bucket, the plane, and Ben, like young Ben, is talking to them, and he like openly it talks about in a very adult way as a 10-year-old kid about the Omnitrix and what it means. and how he understands it. Maybe he doesn't always take things seriously, but he knows in the grand scheme of things he has to. So to have this Ben mention, and it's very brief, it has not even close to the like thinking of like these other moments we've had before, but like him thinking bigger picture. Well, what if this is truly not the threat? Like, what if there's something more? The storm is still on its way. Interesting. Like him having that perspective, him thinking that through. Very interesting that they just dropped that as a last little second before the episode ended. So I thought that was interesting. But yeah, overall, fun stuff, and the amalgamation alien was freaking funny. The first one, though, technically was 4 arms, because it was 3 gray matter arms and one actual forearm. So that was funny how it still equaled out to 4 arms. But the giant amalgamation one was like all the aliens. Freaking cool. It was awesome. It was pretty funny. Second episode, which of course, like I said, the voice cast pulled up for Steam Smite. They were in Squid City. It's being torn down to put this like mega structure mall or whatever. And then we had the Clocktopus, ran by the Steam Smite, voiced by Roger Craig Smith, which is great because I would never have guessed that was Roger Craig Smith voicing Steam Smite, but there you go. Just shows how great of a voice actor he is. There was a line he says in it that I thought, once again, it's more adult sounding in a kid show, where this version of Ben 10, this show is more tailored towards a younger audience than the original Ben 10 run ever was. Because Ben 10 Classic was a kid show on Cartoon Network, but really, if you being an older kid, you appreciate the show more because of the storytelling and what they're doing. If you're a younger kid watching the original Ben 10 Classic series, you're just probably having fun watching all the big fight scenes and all the aliens. But when you're older, you're appreciating the stories. This show, right now, I know later on they started doing storytelling and started getting into more cohesive stuff, actually connecting and shit. So that is coming at some point. But the thing is, this show really at this point is just random episodes and random adventures that have no real ultimate connection to other shit as of right now. So it's just kind of like there just as something to watch. But there was a line from Steam Smite where he says, I made, in my time or in my era where I'm a steampunk and I'm kind of in that era of older like material, older like generations, not this new mega structure, mega malls and all that. We created Titanics. We created Hindenburgs. What have you created? Fast food places, smart, like whatever. Like he started, I think he lists off something else, but it's an interesting thinking I can't even talk, sorry. An interesting thing to address, because the generation thing has always been a topic of discussion throughout time, the different generations and what has occurred in terms of technology and how things have changed. So for this Steam Smite, he doesn't want Squid City, this older kind of like attraction for people to come to. Like Grandpa Max, he was fine with change, but he's like, I hate the fact that this is going away. This is something that's part of my childhood, and I'm glad that Gwen and Ben can experience it, even though Ben is like freaking out and losing his mind and scared of squids, which we'll get to that kind of flashback stuff in a second. But to have this episode address the different time periods in terms of technology and the shifting and the running joke was that whenever Steam Smite's trying to do something with the Clocktopus, the giant clock, octopus kind of machine, he would be pressing up, like pulling a lever, like pulling something or pushing something, and it wasn't working. But it finally did, but it took some time. And that's true to how things are back then and technically are now. Like, we forget that even though technology has gotten more advanced, things just still break all the time. That's just how the world is. But the line of like, we created Hindenburgs, we created Titanics. Now, the Titanic sank. A Hindenburg did crash. It was infamous back in the 50s or whenever that Hindenburg crashed, like that big thing. So, yeah, that is still a thing, but even today's standards, shit that's falling apart all the time. So even though technology got more advanced, it doesn't mean that things just magically stop falling apart. Things have an expiration date. So I thought that was interesting that they addressed that. Ben being afraid of squids, octopuses, interesting, because that was never a thing that they did in the original show, and it's a flashback in here where we see JT and was his name Cash, whatever. Only one of them talk though, but he's in a play, and then they drop like the squid arm, and he gets terrorized, scared out of his mind. But what I found fascinating and really, I think, a good message was that Max said, Ben, that was 4 years ago. That was a traumatic day for you. Understandable. It was. But you need to create new memories. You need to create new memories, and being stuck in this past mindset is not benefiting you. So I thought that was very cool. That was a nice little moment. So both episodes had some interesting things they did. I would say overall, I probably enjoyed the second episode with Steam Smite, the Clocktopus, a little bit better, but the Amalgamation Ben was the highlight from the first episode. So ultimately, they still were fun. They were still fun for the most part. So what you guys think of the 2 episodes? Been curious to know your thoughts, guys. What out of the 2 episodes, what was your personal favorite one? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.